This Herefish hook success story resulted in 150 plus hot new leads within hours of turning the automation on, and a wise realization at the end of it. So, how this was achieved was a really great value add email content and a drip campaign, and then the messages had kind of enticing call to actions. And then if people took those call to actions, that triggered a targeted follow-up workflow to reach out, notify the sales staff that occurred, and then also follow up with the prospects depending upon what link that they clicked. And the wise realization that came from this, one of my favorite quotes ever: the money and impact of this automation is great, but the best thing is to see people smile and enjoy their job more because of Herefish. And of course, I'm going to show you how you can use the same concept yourself. The first part of this campaign would be kind of a prospecting aspect. So we're just going to build this here. Just a drip campaign where we're going to send emails out over time. So obviously the list component of this would be however you identify your prospects or the people that you want to enter inside of this drip campaign. So the drip campaign itself, we're just going to be utilizing, an email, then following up at a certain time afterwards, right? And then on you go. So you can build this cadence for however long you want. Just throw a couple emails in here, and then I'll show you how you can set up some of these other areas. So, there's just two. I'll do a third email in here, but obviously you can have this cadence be as lengthy as you want to be. I've seen them done for 6 months, a whole year. You can space it out. Again, you just don't want it to be too frequent. You don't want to pester somebody, so just make sure you have enough space in between the messages that are going out. Now, the other part about the message, and we'll use the drag and drop builder just to show how this can be done, is including an enticing call to action. So we'll just save that like this so that we have something here. So with the drag and drop builder, you can utilize buttons, which is pretty cool. A plain text that you could also do, additional just links, just plain links. I'm just going to put a couple buttons here just to give you an idea of how this is done. We'll just call this. And of course, you can make this be whatever you want, formatting wise. But the cool part is, you can have these call to actions be front of center, really call attention to it, get people to try to convert, click that. So, one of my favorite ones to do with URLs is to put them on some page in your website. So we'll just go. Now you can also utilize kind of this unique parameter at the end of it. So you could do something like that, for example. And now the cool part is, so this parameter part, everything before the question mark, that's actually where the person would go. They'll be able to see everything here. So you want to make sure whatever you're putting after the question mark is something that can be viewed by everyone. All right. But the nice part here is the URL will technically be different, so you can differentiate in your actions. So and of course you could have this be on different pages on your website. You could do different things with the link, but just want to show you how you can do the follow-up triggering based on what someone is clicking. So our email is, subject line here is test email. We have two different call to actions that are included here, option 1 and option 2. So that, of course, you could include that in all of these email campaigns and on you go. So that's going to be, this is kind of part 1 of it. Now let me show you how you would do part 2. So we have part 1 is the drip campaign that's sending out those messages to the prospects. Now part 2, we would create a list something like this. And here we're going to find people that have clicked. And then from any email, we're going to search that. We're going to change it to find our test email. Now there's a lot of emails in this instance, so it's going to take a little bit to load. But bear with me while it does. So in here, instead of selecting from any email, we're going to hit the drop down and we're going to select this test email only. So we're only finding people that have clicked something in the test email. And now here is where that second portion of this comes in. So we can find people that have clicked either of the options, right? We can find people that have only clicked something that contains option 1. We could find only people that have clicked something containing option 2. This is where you can do customized follow-up depending on what call to action someone clicks. So as soon as they click that in that email from the first part 1 of this message, they would enter this list, enter into this automation. And then this is where you can have a notification to go out to your sales reps or your team. You could send a customized follow-up email or text message because you know what they clicked to have that. You could have a follow-up message come to see if you want to book time on, a sales rep's calendar. So you can do a lot of powerful things, with that customized follow-up. And that's how you would achieve this great Herefish hook use case. Thank you for watching. Hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on any new videos. Leave a like or a comment and be sure to check out these other videos over here. Until next time, happy automating.